The Masochist Teapot is one of my favourite objects. I mean, just look at it. Designed by Jacques Carrelman as part of his catalogue of impossible objects collection, it takes something so simple, so incredibly easy, so... come on, it's a coffee pot, how can you screw that up? And screws it up so disastrously that all I can do is laugh. It's terrible design distilled down into a single object. I first saw the teapot in this book, The Design of Everyday Things by Don Norman. It's a book that, among other things, lays out 5 concepts that are at the core of designing household objects. And after reading this book, I think that those same 5 concepts also apply to video games, baby, high score, baby, level clear, baby, every racial slur under the sun, baby. Oh, and Chibi Robo Ziblash. And that's what we're looking at today. The 5 concepts of design, as laid out in this book, applied to video games. Let's go. Affordances of the relationship between an object and its user. So this door opening, closing, and locking. And this Nintendo Switch affords dozens of titles that are among the greatest of this generation, and they, this centered with a revolutionary hybrid design that allows for a breathtaking experience on the freaking go. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take a look at a simpler example. Breakout was one of the one of the breakout hits of early gaming. One of Breakout's key factors to its breakout success was its simplicity. If you look at the original arcade cabinet, it's only got one control, this weird little knob thing. But when it was ported to the Atari 2600, it had this full joystick, and the joystick affords tilting, and the game affords the paddle moving left and right according to the joystick's movement. As gaming consoles advanced, their controllers gained more and more affordances. NES, D-pad, start and select, SNES, bumpers and 4 buttons, N64, what the f***, PS1, feet, DualShock, feet, in 3D, Wii, candles and a stick, Wii U, the world's worst iPad. And all of these added new affordances for games to use. Affordances within the games themselves also evolved over time as console power continued to increase. In the beginning, Mario afforded running, jumping, stomping on enemies, and getting to the end of the linear platforming stage. Nowadays, Mario can run around in any direction he pleases, complete tasks in any order, backflip, triple jump, play golf, drive, shoot, kill, evade police, hide the body, get caught, go to jail, and die alone. He can do anything. But you wouldn't know what to do with these affordances, or that they even existed, without signifiers. Signifiers are signs. They tell you what is possible and how to do it. So, this is a signifier, and this is a signifier. They're glaring, obvious, telling you,
hey, look, you can do this. Get out of my house.
It's precise and incredibly useful in helping you to figure out what to do. But also, this is the signifier. This is a much more subtle, player-led signifier. The developers have placed the boulder at the top of the hill and the enemies at the bottom, and let the player say to themselves, I wonder if I can do this. And then their creative thinking is rewarded, making the experience of simply learning the game mechanics enjoyable. Both are valid ways to give signifiers, but I think one is definitely more of an engaging and rewarding thing for the player.
Wow, yeah.
My favorite example of this is Metroidvanias themselves douse you with signifiers like short holes in the wall in Super Metroid that you know must be for something, but you don't 100% know what yet. Takes this to the extreme and tells you almost nothing. The game starts with 2 button prompts and then lets the player go free to do whatever they want. This isn't your first game, and the developer knows it. They don't have to tell you how to move, or that ladders can be climbed. It knows its audience, and what signifiers need to be obvious, and what don't. This right here, this is how to do signifiers. And this is the next section. Mapping is the spatial relationship between two sets of things. This mainly applies to controls for us. So for example, if I was in a car and I see a cyclist on my left that I know I want to run over, I know that I need to turn left, and so I turn my steering wheel left. It's a natural translation of controls to movement. The humble joystick is the perfect example of mapping. We know that to move our character forward, we go, and to move our character backwards, we go. It's direct and intuitive. Think of Mario Kart Wii, where you rotate the remote as you would a steering wheel. They've made a little housing for it. This is mapping at its best. Fire! Imagine trying to throw a ball at a target you can't even see. Or you don't know how far away it is. Or if you're even facing the right direction. Hell, if you're even holding the ball in the first place. Did I hit it? The human body is filled to the brim with different kinds of feedback, from the nerves in our toes all the way up to our eyes, ears. Feedback needs to be immediate and obvious. I need to know what just happened and what effect it had. A classic example of this is turn-based battles, like the ones in Undertale. Let's take a look at all the feedback Undertale gives you in just 15 seconds of gameplay. That's 26 individual pieces of information that help us know what's going on, through the audio, visuals, and even the text of the game. We need feedback, and so game designers deliver. A conceptual model is your brain's understanding of what is happening and what can happen. You take your knowledge of affordances, signifiers, mapping, and feedback, and you mush it all together into this delectable, scrumptious soup of information. We need the conceptual model to be able to truly understand what's happening in a game, so that we can figure out what to do when something goes wrong. In The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Hyrule's world is built upon simple rules. Fire is hot, ice is cold, wind blows. The magic of Breath of the Wild is that these rules work no matter what. You can climb anything. Any fire item will light a campfire, and any ice item will put it out. The conceptual model always works, and so if you ask yourself, I wonder if I can do this, you almost certainly can. This is great game design. This is what game designers strive for. This is game. Thanks for watching.